Hello, 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 hello. Are we live? I think we're live. Why is it asking me to sign in to my Google account to go into live comments? I should be signed in already, so give me 2 seconds. I'll wait for people to settle in. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Google's being goofy. How many people we got? Everybody's joining? One by one? Hell yeah. Got dog bread, Exeron, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Exeron, dog bread. My number one fans. We're waiting for more people, maybe? Or I could just start right now. Bean in one, long time no see. Good to see you too. Okay, I suppose we're gonna start now. I think it's a good time to start. Coaster Day gotta be there. Okay. I'm gonna try to mute everything because I don't know if you're hearing all that. Emo, emo, emo. Okay. I'm just gonna kill this here. And we should be ready to go, hopefully. Hey everybody, I just see more people joining. Good to see you guys. Right. So, February coaster contest. I am very sorry for the hugely delayed stream. This was supposed to be towards the start of March, and I'm doing it at the end, but I've been very busy lately, so I haven't had much time to get into the details of looking at the rides and reviewing them and things like that. So I've finally been able to relax and sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do a stream for these people and deliver some results. Okay? Everybody can hear me right. Can hear me fine, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. My voice is going through all right. Should be fine. Okay. Who's gonna get last place? Park asterisks. Yeah, I haven't even checked if my voice is going in fine, but the mic input says it's all good. Okay, thank you, Dave. Yes, it's all good. Coolio. So what I wrote down in the Discord server, I actually put up the screen right here. So Discord here, that should be fine. Yeah, you should be able to see it. I said, breaking. Your local amusement park is making a large investment and wants to build its first roller coaster. The park has always been a small family theme park since its opening and wants to broaden its thrills by constructing an exciting roller coaster. However, the park has only been able to purchase a limited amount of land and doesn't want to build on existing paths, meaning that the layout will have to be compact. It is also worth mentioning that the park has a 120-foot height limit. Okay, that's 36.6 meters for the normal people. Okay, so we've had a good bunch of submissions. I don't know how many. I haven't looked over any. I've had a peek of a few of them, but I haven't looked at them in detail. So they've all been put into this chat. I think Dave made a summary of all the rides somewhere here. Yeah, over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 submissions. That's pretty good, actually. I think it's more than last time. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize the screen here. We're not gonna see any of that. And I'm gonna put up the rides one by one, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the last contest, okay? I'm gonna do a blind ranking of these based on first impressions, things that I see on the spot, looking at them in detail, making a list that nobody can see, and I'm gonna deliver a ranking at the end of the video. Well, at the end of the stream. Okay? I think that's a better way of ranking it, because then I have a better retention of what I'm looking at, and I remember why I put the rides in a certain order. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the first entry. I'm gonna put it up here real quick. I'm gonna mute the video because just in case I get any copy strikes or anything like that. I don't want any of that. Okay, should be there. Okay, so the first entry is Riptide by Asterisks. Okay, this looks to be a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. It's a very well made video. Like, it's well edited, it's well done. It's very professional looking. The contest is unfortunately not about the video, it's about the ride, but I do really appreciate the attention to detail in the editing of this video. And the ride itself, from a first glance, looks really good. Like, it looks like a Gerstlauer roller coaster, all right. It gives a lot of hang time vibes from Knott's Berry Farm, especially the color scheme, ride type. I really like the lift hill details with the supports and the different flanges and all that. Everything is really nice here. Like, everything looks good. Let's just wait and see how it rides, okay? I'm gonna be pausing and stopping and doing and looking at things closely from time to time. So don't expect a full smooth POV from here. If you want to see the whole POV for yourselves, all the videos should be up on YouTube. If you want, I can put the list on the description so you guys can look at them. Okay? So the first drop, I don't know if the first drop is suitable for the... How many cars do these trains have? 3. Okay, 3 cars is fine. I was going to say, if they had 4 cars, it would be pretty strong at the back. Maybe the lift hill should have been a little bit slower, but that's okay. Alright, so first drop. It's a small wiggly bit. Reminds me of Ice Speed a little bit. It's a hang time dive loop, not Immelman, sorry. Really nice outbank into another dive loop. Small little wiggle, very Gerstlauer like. Corkscrew. Yeah, and a small few trick track hills. I really like this ride. Like, it's very smooth, it's very complete. Like, it has a lot of everything, and it definitely keeps within that compact layout very well. There's just something I'm not sure about. There's a pull-out here. Which one? Where was it? I think it was out of the corkscrew. The pull-out out of the corkscrew. I'm not sure. It's okay, actually. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe... Yeah, it's okay. Maybe, I don't know, it's a bit of laterals on the right-hand side here. Maybe the track could have been pushed to the left a small bit, but that's just me nitpicking here very much. Like, everything is good, really. It serves the job as a compact roller coaster. It's not a very expensive model. It's an infinity coaster. Like, it's one of those models that the park would probably push a little bit more money to buy, you know? It's a relatively large investment despite the size of the ride. But it would be a really good one because it's small, it packs big thrills, it's a reliable model. Like, the model has gotten way better since the first one, which is Smiler, which is an extremely unreliable roller coaster. But Yeah, I really like this ride. It's good. I'm gonna put it at that. I don't have not much negative things to say about it. I'm gonna put it on the list. Okay, and I'm not gonna say where it places over the next few entries. Okay, so let's make the list. Cool. We're gonna put this away and get the next video going. That was Riptide by Asterix, the first entry. Second entry is gonna be Tempest by Scalybower. Okay, so I need to record this one. Well, not record, but it's a file sent in, so I'm gonna stream it straight from my phone. So give me 2 seconds to set it up, and I'll get it up and going real quick. Where are you, Scalybower? Okay, and I also need to download Dog Bread's file in a minute as well. Tempest. Okay, that should be visible, hopefully. Properties. Here. Can you guys see anything? No. How about now? No, it's not visible yet. Okay, sorry. I've never done this before here, so I need to learn to set it up. Almost at 2K. You're right. You're right. We're almost at 2K subscribers, guys. We're making the big leagues, guys. Making the big leagues. Okay, hopefully that should be visible soon. There we go. That's it. It's because I activated full screen on it and it wasn't visible. But this is a relatively small GCI Woody. I'm not sure about the compact thing, given that it's an out and back layout. Like, because we've seen pretty small GCIs like White Lightning or Heidi. They're the same ride, but their out and back layout is an L-shaped layout. This looks to be more of a double out and back layout, but not a particularly compact one. Like, I'm not sure what park would like to have this big section of track here. Like, I would have maybe done a little bit more in this direction and then have a brake run here, kind of like White Lightning. But I don't know. I'm not sure if this is sticking to the compact thing as well as the first entry, but we'll see. We'll see how it rides. So we're gonna ride this thing. Actually, yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna get on the second train because it's in the wrong one. Okay, we'll do a front row ride first. Maybe we'll check the back. Maybe. Okay, it's a nice and simple pre-lift section. Nothing to say about that. Nice and easy. Hello at Emoticono13. Hello Matthew-I8C5S. Good to see you. Okay, we're gonna drop. Here we go. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Double up and then turn around here. It is very White Lightning. You can really tell there's an inspiration from White Lightning here. Okay, some trick tracks here and there. Bam, bam, bam. All right, bam, bam, double down. Turn here and there. It kind of dies here. You can totally afford to Okay, I'll go over everything here. The most blatant thing I'm gonna nitpick about here is this ending section. I don't think there's any need to elevate this last turn that much. You're losing the whole pace of the ride. I know it's the very last element before the brake run, but just look at how much higher it is compared to the brake run. Like, you could definitely just have a quick twisting airtime hill here, have a low to the ground turn, and then rise up again into the brake run. Just a suggestion. But everything else is pretty good. It's just a few things with the profiling. Like, for example, this turn, this first drop probably wouldn't be as banked. I think GCI would have still unbanked it a little bit more. And also the roll note, I can see where the roll note is. The roll note is definitely here. I would have maybe put it further down to give it a bit more laterals at the back towards the top of the lift hill. And also be careful with the lift hill shaping. It should be sharper towards the beginning rather than towards the end. Like, sharper towards the beginning, then it eases out as you're dropping, because then the back row airtime here is going to be crazy. Like, we can just give it a look here. Car 6, seat 2, it doesn't matter. Stats, so vertical G's. We'll have a look and see the inconsistencies in the airtime, because it's going to have a pop towards the end of the crest. Let's have a look. Yep, you could see that. So it's a really, really sharp pop there. However, I do really like these airtime hills. Maybe the second one could do with a bit of adjustment. You can see there's a really sharp section there. Like right there. Yeah, you can easily depump that really quick. I like these turnarounds. The turns were good. These trick track sections were pretty good. It's fairly inventive as far as GCI small coasters go. The layout is good. I like this ride a lot. It just has these small things that can be fixed, but this is pretty good for GCI. Another nitpick with regards to the compact coaster thing is you could have definitely put these tracks closer to each other. There's a big gap here in the middle that serves absolutely no purpose. I don't think you're going to put in a queue line or anything like that through here, considering the station is all the way here. So I would definitely try to, if you're doing something like this again, I would definitely try to put these tracks together as close as possible, even if they intertwine with each other like White Lightnings. Now, you could definitely use this gap here under the support structure to put some track through it, because that would further enhance the space that this thing occupies. Like, you could easily put in a bunch of shops here next to the track if you moved it to the left. I don't know, I'm just looking at it from a practical point of view, because that's kind of what I asked you guys to do. But it's a pretty solid entry regardless. It's pretty good. Not bad. Let's put that on the list. I forgot the name of this ride. Hold on. Tempest. Tempest by Scaly Bower. Okay. Next roller coaster on the list. It's going to be Invader by Emerald IV, Emerald 4. This one has an E, unlike the one at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It's loading. This one was made using FPD, so I expect something good. Something really smooth. Okay, there it is. Good. GCI wooden coaster. Again, it's another classic Emerald IV production. Very cool cinematic shots. A very well presented ride. It seems anyway. I'm just going to skip through it quickly. Okay. Yeah, it's just dramatic effect and the slowdown effect. I'm just going to kind of skim through this. Yeah, really cool shots. We'll see how it rides. Okay. Very mild pop of airtime, a few bits of laterals. That's pretty good for pre-lift section. I'm going to skip through and see how it goes. Okay, first drop. Looks like a straight drop, says one of the newer GCIs. Okay. You can definitely tell it's one of the more new gen GCIs. Some really sharp transitions, very sharp edges, very quick. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know how much stress that would put on the track. Like, it's a lot of really sharp transitions, really sharp things. And remember, the riders are taking all of those forces. So I might be wrong here. Like, I am conscious that this was made with FVD, so forces are the number one thing kept in mind. But it's just the quick transitions between positives and negatives. I'm not sure if that will be uncomfortable in real life, but I'm just nitpicking here. I'm projecting for sure. It's not bad by any means. It's just things changing so quick, like super quick, especially for GCI. I don't know. And I don't know if it's just me not being used to GCI doing these overbanks. It looks really out of place, but also it's not something I can say is wrong. So I'm not going to comment on it. This goes bam, bam. Yeah, the rest is pretty GCI-like. It's a very different layout to the previous entry. This is more like the bigger GCIs in terms of layout compared to the one Scaly Bowers submitted, which was more the smaller ones, like the smaller Atom Back ones. This is more the Twister ones. I can't completely see the footprint here. I don't know how big it is in terms of size, like how much space it fills up. But this would be pretty solid for a park looking for a major coaster. Like I'm comparing the GCIs here because they're both from the same manufacturer in terms of how suitable they would be for a park. Scaly Boards would be more like a fun fair kind of park, or a smaller family park, sort of like Plopsa Land, or yeah, anything like the smart GCS. It would be more of a bigger theme park kind of thing, but it's a bigger theme park that wouldn't have that much space. Like, I know Fantasyland doesn't have any woodies, but let's say something with the same footprint as Fantasyland, something of this size would be pretty good for a small footprint park that wants a really good standout thrill coaster. You know, like, this is nice. This is a really nice ride. I'm just, something feels odd about the aggressiveness of these elements. Like, it all feels really sharp, like almost too sharp for GCI. Like, I know GCI is really sharp with their transitions and elements, but I don't know. It is good. It is good. I don't know. Just something slightly ticks me. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure. It's a really solid entry from Emerald IV anyway. That's gonna go on the list. Okay, we'll get the next entry up. It's only been 3 entries so far, but I'm really happy with everything that's been sent so far. Like, the rides have been good at the very least. Like, it's what I asked for, and also there's quality. Like, there's a lot of quality on the rides. You can tell there's been improvement. There's been commitment to making the rides. It's not just slop, which is amazing. I really appreciate it because I know I don't put nearly as much effort as I would be able to on these contests, and you guys make the effort to submit and let me have a look at these files and put them together in the video like this. So I really appreciate it. Okay, next entry is gonna be Firestarter by Delaray Dealer, and I'm definitely not turning up the music here because I know what song he used. Well, I think I know what song he uses. It's Firestarter by The Prodigy. It's a copyrighted song. Okay. So this looks to me like an Intamin Blitz coaster. It's one of the smaller Intamin Blitz coasters. So this is sort of like, what's it called? Never mind. I have no idea what to compare this to. I've never seen anything like that other than Maverick. And Maverick doesn't even have a drop like that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm seeing some questionable things just from looking at it. Okay, I really don't want to be mean. I just saw a jolt coming out of there. You could visibly see the train bounce. I'm so sorry. Go, bam, bam. Okay, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the POV. Hmm. Oh, it's a lift hill. Okay, I thought it was just a launch like Maverick. That's why I thought this looks interesting. I'm just wondering why the lift hill doesn't go over the crest. And also it tilts like that. That's really interesting. Is this supposed to be a launch or is it a lift hill? Because it doesn't have the speed to be a launch. I'm not sure. It's very odd just from the very beginning. Okay. Okay, I like the details here with the fences. You're just missing a bunch of poles in the middle, but I like that detail. Okay, that's a very Vekoma first element, but we'll keep looking. We'll keep seeing. Okay. Bam, bam. Reminds me of accelerator here. It's a very accelerator part, and then it just goes into a roll, and then goes bam, bam, bam. Okay. And then it goes into the brake run. Okay. Okay, the compact requirement at the right is definitely filled. It is a compact coaster. You could definitely feel it in a small park. The layout is not. I wouldn't see Intamin making a layout like that, especially with those inversions. Like this would be. It's a fairly inconsistent layout. Like you have these two weird inversions, and then just a bunch of random turns in the middle. So Intamin would have either gone full inversion mode. Like if this is a 2000s Intamin, which is what it looks like to me, they would have gone full inversions or full just airtime and turns. So it's either like a Piraten kind of situation or a Colossus type of situation, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe towards the Maverick kind of era, they started adding inversions and airtime in the same ride. But the thing is, Maverick is a completely different feel from this ride. Like this is more like the Intamin accelerators, where they're really spread out wide turns. Well, except for Storm Runner, but Storm Runner is definitely more inversion focused. So I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure Intamin would be the right manufacturer for a ride like this. I'm not sure if any manufacturer would be the right manufacturer for a ride like this. I can't lie, because this first element, we haven't seen any element like this element here like since until the Vekoma Top Guns. I think they are. Yeah, I think the Top Guns have that kind of first element where they just twist up into an airtime hill in a sidewinder kind of manner. Yeah, and then these turns are just kind of accelerator type of turns, and then you suddenly got an inversion here, like a downward roll. Yeah, and it just kind of turns. So I don't know, like the layout. I would recommend maybe tightening the turns or doing a little bit more varied elements, like doing a few more things other than just turns and two inversions. Especially if it's Intamin. Like Intamin always pulls something out of their ass. So I would totally advise trying something else, doing something more. Maybe adding an airtime hill in the middle would be nice. Give it a bit more airtime. And the general profiling of the ride can be improved. I know I haven't made a comment on it. I don't want to bash the creator here, but I would totally advise keep practicing, keep doing, maybe look up tutorials. You can look at mine for smoothing and profiling tips and things like that, because I think the profiling overall on the ride can be greatly improved. But it's not a bad ride by any means. Like I'm not seeing any extraordinary forces that can absolutely kill someone on this ride, which is good. Like you have a base to start on. You're not building spaghetti bowls that, like from Roblox Theme Park Tycoon, that can absolutely demolish people. Like the forces at least are fine. Like you have a realistic kind of setup. So keep going, keep going. I think I'm gonna start sort of revealing what I'm thinking here. It's the weakest entry we've seen so far, but it's not by any means a terrible coaster. Okay, so you have a lot of potential here. So just look over those small details and keep playing, keep going. Okay, and also please finish the crest here. Please finish the crest, because in a real world situation, the train would have not made it over the top. Okay. All right. So that was Firestarter by the Ray Dealer. into the next entry. Which one is the next entry? Okay, so we're back into the Ultimate Coaster files because this is dog bread's entry, so I need to download this and put it on my phone. Where did you put it? Panopticon. Okay, I'm gonna read what dog bread attached in the description. It said the Panopticon is a design of institutional building with an inbuilt system of control originated by the English philosopher and social theorist. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. The concept is that you're an inmate trying to escape the Panopticon. You circle around the central tower, the trap tower, do maneuvers, and try to get out. The moment of escape is represented by the track turning gray. And hold on. And also symbolizing that the outside world isn't much better and it's all drab and depressing, which leads you to end up in the Panopticon again. Because it's a full circuit coaster, I had to make that make sense somehow. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. It's fairly inventive. We're going to see how it plays out on the ride itself. I'm curious to see how it goes. And I'm going to set it up in a moment. Hold on, I'm trying to find the file. I think I downloaded it. Yeah, I got it here. It's opening it up in Ultimate Coaster 3, which is not ideal. I need to put it up in UC2. Imports. Okay, so let's get it started. Okay, cool. We're ready to go, I think. Bam. Hey, we're after this, I think. Okay, this is Dog Bread submission, Panopticon. I like the detail with the road. I'm not used to UC2's camera anymore. UC3's has more sensitivity, which means this feels really slow. Okay, now from the look of it, this looks fairly large. A small bit large, maybe. I'm just going to assume this is the size of the car. It's a pretty intimidating ride, in all fairness. I'm not sure about the compact situation. I feel like the space, like considering the paths that were built here, the space could have maybe been managed a little bit better, but I do really appreciate that he actually included paths around the ride. Like, you know, this looks really good. Like this, it's a really nice setting around the ride. A little bit of terrain action going on here. The supports are really nice. Like, there's a lot of detail for sure. This is a very well presented ride. Like, look at that. It's pretty good. It's just even for a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, it feels like these elements are really big, like really spread out. Like if we compare it to the previous Infinity Coaster entry, this is more spread out. It's like kind of comparing a B&M Hyper with a B&M sit-down stand-up coaster from the early days, like Vortex, for example. Like these elements are really large, you know. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it runs. The tower here is really cool. I'm going to reset it. Oh, and this is also the track changing color like he mentioned in the theory. It's a very interesting station setup here. But we'll see how it goes. And also, this is fairly interesting. I really like the details on this ride. Let's have a look at how it rides. And also, I don't have the smoothing on. I'm sorry, dog bread. Oh, and I forgot the camera sensitivity. On the rides is higher than on UC3. But okay, cable lift on a Eurofighter, or sorry, an Infinity Coaster, whatever, is pretty cool. I like the wires on the left, kind of like Asterisk's submission. Okay, here we go. Okay, a very solid first drop. Very solid Stengel dive. First element, a little bit of hang time. Okay. I'm not sure why you were talking about the jolts. I don't see that many jolts. Like, this is there's a few imperfections for sure, but it's a very refined track profiling. I really like this so far. Okay, hang time roll, and it goes down. It's an outer bank. Cool, a little bit of floater, well, flowjector, I suppose, to cut back of some sort, diving under the support structure. Hang time roll, that's a very interesting inversion. I could totally see Gerstlauer doing that, though, in the wiggle towards the end. Okay, for a Gerstlauer layout, this is very realistic. I really, really, really like that. There's definitely the couple imperfections here and there. This wiggle is really funny to me, because I could totally see Gerstlauer doing that. I'm not sure what to nitpick on, apart from the really, really small jolts that you see around the place. Like, it's a very smooth ride, even for Ultimate Coaster 2. Like, you've definitely spent so much time trying to fix the different jolts and make sure everything's all right. Maybe you got the thing I mentioned earlier with the sharp start to the crest and the more drawn out and fairly okay, like a little bit exaggerated, I'd say. Like, it's a bit flat here. So if you can maybe round that up a small bit, just a small bit, you have a perfect shaping for the drop. Everything else is really good. Like, this is one of the best Ultimate Coaster 2 submissions I've gotten in general, like ever. This is really good. So, great job, Dog Bread. Really, really good job. I really like this. I'm going to put this on the list, and we'll see how it ranks soon enough. I'm just trying to look for things that I might have missed. Yeah, like, the only major problem is how big the ride is compared to the rest of submissions. Like, this is definitely the one that least emphasizes the compact coaster thing. Even though it's still fairly compact, but it's a bit large for what I expected from a ride such as an Infinity Coaster. And I hope you understand that. But still a really good ride. Good job. Okay, let's put that on the list. Where's my list? I forgot. Okay. Panopticon. Okay, which one is the next entry? We have Intensitat by Silver. Okay, this is another one of our No Limits 2 submissions. So, very random question here. Is Red Force at Ferrari Land one of your favorite Intamin LSM launch coasters? No, it's nowhere near the top, unfortunately. Red Force is really good, but only at the front. At the back row, it's not great. Like, it's really shaky. It's really... you get no airtime from the top hat, and you don't get that sensation of speed that you get at the front. Okay. This is Intensitat by Silver or Fury Man 325. I don't even know what type of ride this is. It's a Mach Rides launch coaster. Fair enough. You got the custom Helix trains at the front. That's pretty sick. Okay. I don't know how much that how much space that indoor section would fill up. This looks like a Blue Fire thing. Let's see. Bam. It's a very cinematic video. Okay, we got another one of that similar element to before. It's a very Vekoma thing to do. I could see Mach Rides doing that in more recent times. Maybe not during the Blue Fire days, but if they were to build this right now, yeah, I could totally see this being a thing in a Mach roller coaster. Okay, a very steep top hat into... What's this next element? Okay, non-inverting loop. It's a very DC Rivals thing. Okay, that is the most Vekoma thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, are you sure you got the right manufacturer? Unmute this one. Oh, sorry. I didn't even see that. Okay. I'll play it from the beginning. Sorry, guys. Put it about halfway there. Sorry, guys. this by. Okay, cool. Okay, back at it. I'm gonna say something about the non-inverting loop. I think it could maybe have a little bit more whip at the top. Like it feels fairly spread out. Like I could totally see this being very flat at the top. It's not like DC Rivals where it's tight at the top. It has a consistent amount of whip going through the top. It kind of whips in at the very beginning, and then it just kind of dies, and then waits for it to back down. Like you're losing a lot of speed here. I don't know. It's a small bit of a dud, if you ask me. Like, you're getting a bit of hang time for sure, but I would have definitely made the top a little bit tighter if I was you. Just saying. Like I just maybe this ending bit is a bit much. However, I don't know how long the trains are, so I'm not sure how much whip you're getting at the back. So, would you mind? Is there any clip where you can see the whole train? Because I don't know how many cars it has. I couldn't make it whip at the train clips. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's okay. Okay, what I was saying earlier, that's the most Vekoma pull-up I've ever seen. Like just this random turn to the right and then just bam, straight up. That's an insane Vekoma thing to do. Again, mock rides are pretty much down to do anything if they built things today. So I'm not gonna comment on that. It's just a very Vekoma looking thing. Okay, yeah, mock would definitely do that. Small low to the ground turn, air downhill. Nice pop of ejector, very good. Okay. Yeah, that is extremely Vekoma. This gives me Phoenix vibes here, like that really low to the ground double down. That's a very much a Phoenix thing to do. Are you sure you got the right manufacturer? This ride looks like a Vekoma, like it feels like a Vekoma roller coaster. Are you really sure you have the right manufacturer? I don't know. It's really good, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like this would be something that Vekoma would do rather than mock rides. But apart from the non-inverting loop, but yeah, okay. This later half is definitely more mock based. Like this is not something Vekoma would do, but I like this a lot. It's a sharp moment of ejector, bit of theming. Star Trek. I forgot about Star Trek, yeah. What is this clip at the end, dog? Okay, I can do 10 next, no problem. Okay, I don't have anything to say about this ride other than maybe that little dud, but do you have a reason for it? So yeah, I'm really thinking where to put this ride. Like this ride is really good, just like a lot of the other entries. Like there's some really good entries in this contest. So it'll be a very interesting one. Profile looks really goofy here. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just goofy. It's a very goofy roll. Okay. That's it for this video. I don't have anything much to say. I really like the theming, really like the overall presentation of it. I'm just not sure how much of a blueprint it occupies. It feels like one of the larger rides. Let me see how much I can see from the top of the top hat. Yeah, okay, this part is definitely more intertwined for sure. It's not a huge ride. It's a little bit more of it's kind of more dog bread's scale. It's one of the larger rides in the contest. It doesn't packed everything into a small space as well as some of the other entries, but it still does the job of keeping a small footprint. So in a way, it's achieved. Like the goal is achieved. Maybe just not maximized, but at the same time with a layout like this, I'm not sure how you would be able to squish everything a little bit more. So it's not bad. Like, in terms of space management and things like that, it's pretty good. Like you could see the track intertwining several times. So yeah, but this would be one of those rides that would take a lot more money to purchase and build. Like you can see the theming at the beginning. It's mock rides. It's an expensive manufacturer. The launches and all that. So this would be one of the more wealthy family park investments here, rather than a smaller family park type of investment. Okay, good job. I'll put it on the list again. Unmute Titan. Okay, I'll do Titan next. I really don't know where to put this. It's very difficult. Genuinely, it's very, very difficult because we have some really good submissions so far. Cool. So the next ride is gonna be Titan by Kali, as I stated a minute ago. Okay, please keep in mind that this is only a preview of the final design. There are yet changes to be done and subject to change. Enjoy. Let's have a look. Okay, it's another mock roller coaster with the helix trains. Okay, this looks to be a pretty similar submission to the previous one. I like the details with the track, like the LSM barriers there and the motors and all that, and the sensors there. That's really cool. And the sounds. Hell yeah. Swing launch coaster, not bad, not bad. Go front and then we go back. Brrr. Into spike, pretty good. Yeah, I expected to see more swing launch coasters in this contest. I can't lie. Okay. The top hat reminds me of Icebreaker a little bit. Okay, this is even slower than the first non-inverting loop. So, again, how many cars does this ride have? Is it just 4 cars? No? Can't really see it. Yeah, 4 cars. So I think you can definitely afford to go through that non-inverting loop a little bit quicker. Just a small bit quicker. You're just kind of hanging there for a little bit. I think the back row can get a little bit more width. Okay. Roll, it's another Vekoma-esque roll, but not bad. I would see Mach doing that. Haverbank, ejector, hill, turn, and then into the brake run. It's a really short ride. It's extended a little bit because of the swing launch. But yeah, I could say it's realistic because this non-inverting loop has a high chance of valuing, and we all know what Mach's reputation with values is recently. So in a way, you kind of did the right thing, but also I think you could definitely flatten this at the top a little bit more and give it a little bit more speed through it. Just a small thing. Also maybe during the top hat. Actually, no, that's fine. It's just a little bit of laterals there on the left, but it's okay. You're getting a good bit of laterals, which is good. It's fun bit of laterals. I mean, I don't know what else to comment here. Like, these rides are really good. Okay, maybe this turn is a little bit boring. Like, you can maybe lower this down like that and then rise it up again and then into the inversion. Like, if you wanted to keep it off the ground, you definitely have a bit of space down here. So given that this inversion is super quick, you could have definitely lowered this part down and give it more of a punch just before the turn. I don't know if that's just me. Okay, the non-inverting loop is supposed to have sustained 0G moments in all seats, which is why it's kind of shaped weird. Okay. I wasn't questioning the shaping. I was just questioning how quick it was going through it, because it was going really slow through it. So I would question whether, given the speed it's going at, it's actually going to sustain 0Gs. Yeah, the reason it's so tight is because the roll is kind of a death roll. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, you're saying a blue fire roll. The blue fire roll does have like a turn going into it a bit lower into the ground, but yeah, death throw, blue fire roll. Yeah, I see that. I like the creativity there. That's pretty good. I like the lights on the left and then the click clacks and all that. And the custom gates. There's a lot of detail being put into this ride. I like that. And the platforms. Dude, you need to let me know how you did all that. That's really good. Like the details on the ride are really, really neat. I mean, so 584 meters long. Yeah, it's a very short ride. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's a good ride. And I haven't commented about the compact thing yet. This is more compact than some of the previous submissions. I think it makes use of the space, of the small space it's got fairly well. It packs a lot of the elements into the same space. And the swing launch, you know, increases the ride's experience, elevates the experience of the ride in a small space. So I like that touch in the swing launch very much. So I approve you on the compact coaster regard. Very nice ride. Okay. Next ride. You can leave now, Callie, if you have to go. I'm thinking of where to put this. Okay, I'll leave that there. Next entry. Where are we at? Okay, this is another Gersau roller coaster. I'm going to move this one. This is called Mayday by Project X. You will have a fantastic evening. You too, Callie, have a fantastic evening. Okay, it's a Gersau Eurofighter. This is the first time I see this this individual upload coaster to the contest, so I have no reference on any previous entries. The straight bit looks really short. I'm not sure if the crest is really big or whatever, but yeah, you can see the crest eases out really early. Again, I'm being nitpicky. We'll see how the rest of the ride looks. Okay, it's kind of like a Mystic first drop. Okay, there's a very drawn out element, and then just a very tight thing coming down, but not bad, not bad. It goes bam, and then airtime hill. Nice, solid pop-up ejector. Very good. Okay, into flat roll. It's giving me the same vibes as the older Gersau Eurofighters. This might be the single most compact coaster on the contest so far. Like, this thing really maximizes the space it uses. Like, just the fact that it doesn't have a straight drop is evidence that it really sticks to a really small space. You know, it's good. It's a smooth ride. Forces wise, it's realistic. It's a thing I would see Gersau doing. It's definitely Infinity Coaster, not Eurofighter. Yeah, like the layout, I could see more as a Eurofighter. The first drop is more of an Infinity Coaster kind of drop. Regardless, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good ride as a Gersau. Maybe a few things I'm questioning would be something like this first element is a bit too drawn out towards the start. I would maybe make it a bit tighter towards the beginning. The transition into the drop down is good. Like, that's something I could see Gersau doing. Like, it's a very sharp transition going down, which is chill. But maybe just the pull into it could be a little bit less drawn out, in my opinion. However, I do see that this track going. You have a support here on the other side, so I could kind of see now why you drew it out so much. just for support reasons. Okay, yeah, fair enough, actually. I retract my statement, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say about this ride. Like, it's, for how much space it occupies, it's extremely good. Like, it just achieves so much in such a small blueprint. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's really, really good. Oh, there's off-ride shots as well. I like the tower support structure. Well, the supports in general are pretty good. There's a few thick supports that I would have made thinner. Max G 4.3, yeah, it's fairly intense. This reminds me of this really extended roll also reminds me of the newer Mach rides. Like you know the one in Portugal, the Flash coaster in Portugal with that really high up roll, or a Premier Ride Skyrocket 2 type of inversion. Okay. Okay, I'll put that on the list. I don't know where to put it though. You got, like, some of you are gonna be disappointed because the quality of these rides is so good that I just don't know how to put them in a particular order, like, because there's so many different parameters that have to be considered. So let me see. Project X. Okay. Wah, wah. Next roller coaster on the list. We're getting closer to the end. So this one is called Autumn Blast by who's this again? By G.D. Lorenzo DM. Okay, let's have a look. Because Brazil, so it's a Brazil themed coaster. Introducing Autumn Blast. Very interesting cinematic shots. It's a very sharp dip off the station. How many cars? Okay. It's pretty sharp. I'm going to skip through a bunch of the shots, but max speed 94.6 kilometers per hour, 18.2 meters. Oh, it's a fairly short ride. Okay. Seeing a few interesting things before even starting. Got a queue line walkthrough. If you want to watch all of it, I'll put the video in the description. Yeah, I like the details with the queue line though. That's pretty good. Attention to detail is good on this ride. Now we'll see how it rides. Let's keep in mind that the smoothing is very much upped in this video. You can definitely tell. So some of the jolts might be, excuse me, a small bit hidden. Well, maybe not. You can definitely notice that one. Goes bam. Yeah, it just kind of clips into the next piece. I can totally see what happened. The weight on this roll, the weights on this roll are really close to the starting points, which means that you have a radius going into an incredibly small radius afterwards. So that's why it clips into that. So maybe have a look at that. Okay. Okay, you're playing with the terrain. Just be careful with the terrain. Remember that it's a small family park that we're talking about. You would have to dig a lot underground. Like this would be like to dig so far down. It would be a budget such as Phantasialand, for example, which literally made entire holes for the roller coasters. Like Terran is literally built in a hole. So just be conscious about that. I'm not sure why you slowed down there. You had momentum, and you had an airtime hill, and then you slowed down to the start. Oh. It's a very odd place to put a swing launch though. Like if you have momentum going to the swing launch, it's kind of a buzzkill when you just kill it like that. And also considering the ride is so short, I don't see why there's a point to swing launch. Like I would have just launched it straight away, straight into the 0G roll there. You make use of that airtime hill as well. And speaking of the roll, it's a bit tight. It's very tight actually. You can definitely afford to extend that roll a little bit more. It's a little bit of goofy profiling, a very sharp airtime hill. Okay. And you can just tell this airtime hill is very triangular. You can definitely spread it out a little bit more. Like you just rise up, no force, and then suddenly bam, airtime, like ejector airtime. So I would even it out a little bit. Okay, ejector there. It's okay. Another really sharp 0G roll. I think you need to extend your inversions, or maybe add pieces before your inversions so you can ease into the inversions rather than just one piece do a full 360 turn. If that makes sense. You can watch my 0G roll tutorial on YouTube if you're wondering how to do that. Okay. Yeah, they're all really snappy. I understand the snap. It's just how you profile the snap, you know? This one is fine. The previous two could definitely use more work. Okay. Interesting outer bank. Airtime is suitable. Like it's not excessive. Fine. Okay, interesting. That's pretty good. Those few S-bends were fine. Like I don't have any complaints about those. Those are good. Okay, another really interesting launch. Yeah, and again, same thing with the inversions. You can definitely ease it out a lot more. Like kind of sustain the roll rate a little bit more. Surprisingly, you can do that in UC2. It's a little bit complicated, but you can do it. You can sustain the roll rate rather than just do it all in a very snappy transition straight up, straight away. And also be careful with the brake run. It's not straight. All right, so generally this ride can be greatly improved. There's a lot of profiling errors, a lot of layout errors. Like it's a very weird layout. It's confusing to a point. And also this is very much not space efficient. It's definitely the least compact ride we've seen so far. There, like all the elements are all over the place. Here, there, all the way at the back of the park, and then coming back. Unfortunately, I see no intention here of making the ride anything compact. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to fail this ride in regards to that. It's not achieved. Like it's not compact at all. It's definitely short. Like it's not tall. You know, like, it definitely fulfills that requirement, but the space it occupies is massive. Like this ride is huge in reality. Even if it's short, it's huge. And also the terrain. Like I like the terrain, sure, but just be careful with what I asked you for, because the more you dig down, the more cost you're adding to the ride. You know, it's a family park we're talking about. Okay, like bits of theming, bits of lights, and all that. Is nowhere near as costly as digging down onto the ground, I think. So like bits of theming are fine, like improving the experience and all that, but then digging a hole is completely different. So just keep that in mind, okay? But as I said before with one of the previous entries, this would have potential if the requirements were different. So keep building and please read the rules next time. Okay? Not bad, not bad. Let's keep going. Which one's the next entry here? Okay. The next entry on the list is Timber Speedway by Coaster Dave. This one's a funny one because it was built on Roblox Studio. It's a different type of ride. Let's see. It looks like an incredibly small ride. Actually, it's a kiddie ride almost. So let's have a look at how it rides. What manufacturer is this again? Would this be a GCIA? Yeah. Could be. Yeah. Drop down and then bam. Small bit of an overbank and then bam. Airtime hill. Ooh. Ooh. This almost feels like a backyard roller coaster. Like it reminds me a lot of what's it called, switchback at ZDTs, like with that little tunnel section and the really tight elements. Okay. I don't know if it's just, I don't know if this is because you're Dave, but I think you had something like fun spot, like any sort of fun spot on your mind when making this. Like you definitely had the small funfair what's it called, way of thinking on your mind when building this, because this is a tremendously small ride, and considering Roblox's physics, this is really neat. You definitely maximize the space here, like just ducking down under the tunnel. This is, I'll give you bonus points for the tight clearance. You know, everybody knows I have terrible clearance in all my rides, so bonus points for the tight clearance. Jolt central, gravity group. Okay, gravity. Fair enough. Makes sense. Yeah, that part is very jolty though, so that'll be pretty uncomfortable when going through it in person. I think everything else is really nice. Like considering the dimensions of the ride, you couldn't have made much more. I don't think. I'm just questioning the support structure when ducked under the lift hill. Yeah, the whole top of the lift is hanging on that steel frame. It should still be fine. I like that they took that into consideration. You know, I don't have many nitpicks about this ride, apart maybe from the really jolty section through the middle. But even then, I could see Gravity Group doing that. You know, it's kind of like the Kukulkan Trick Track situation with a lot of jolts. Maybe just this first hill here is a little too sharp, small bit. It's a really aggressive pop of airtime in the middle of a relatively mild coaster. Like everything, all the other pops of airtime are nowhere near as strong as that one, but that's pretty much it. You know, and also just watch in the realistic point of view situation. Just watch the curvature of this pop of airtime, because depending on the trains, you know, the wheels could wear a lot, or the trains could maybe even what's it called, not collide into each other, but just, yeah, it's a really sharp, like the curvature is really sharp. So remember, the trains have length, and when a train goes over it, you know, maybe the wheels could clip or something like that. But the curvature is really tight. That's maybe the only issue here. But yeah, it's really solid. Like it's a different roller coaster to the rest of the list. Like it's a very unique ride in the way that it's super small. And you know, it's another out and back thing. Like, no, it's not an out and back, it's a twister. I'm silly, but it kind of is an out and back, but kind of twists in, so it's sort of an out and back twister thing. But I like this ride. Yes, Gaily Boer, your entry was the second one that was done, that was looked over. You're good. You're fine. You don't have to worry about coming in late. So what's the name of this ride? Coaster Dave and Timber Speedway. Okay, that's gonna be on the list. So we have 2 more entries to go. It's a bit quicker than I thought. So we have this entry from Osan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, because his name on YouTube is a bunch of Japanese characters, and I can't read Japanese, so this is what it looks like. This is a Mack Ride's Big Dipper, and surprisingly the only one on the list, I think. Yeah, because the last one is a Eurofight, an Infinity Coaster. So I was not expecting absolutely nobody to not submit a Premier Rides roller coaster. I was fully expecting at least one Premier Rides roller coaster, considering they do a lot of compact stuff. But it's all been Mack Rides, Woody's, and Intamin Rides, and Gerstlauer, of course. But yeah, this is a Mack Ride's Big Dipper. I can see the influence from Wiener Looping, is that it? Or the new one of Wiener Prater with the first drop looking like that, and then going up, and then there's a cut back. the compact situation here is definitely achieved. It's a very compact roller coaster. It doesn't take that much space. All the elements are tightly packed together. I did because they ain't in default NL2. Fair enough. Okay, let's see. It's a few off-ride shots. It looks fairly... The footage is very smooth, actually. The high frame rates and everything else. It looks very much like something Mach would do with a Big Dipper. Like you can definitely see the inspiration from the interlooping. It's well presented. It has that station building. Maybe a bunch of trees around it would have been nice, but that's beyond the point. Let's have a look at the ride itself, how it rides. Okay, that's a very extended stall. That's a devious amount of hang time there. The high FOV on the POV, we'll see. There's got a little switch track action. Very neat. Let's speed up to the top of the lift hill. Okay, it's very Cobra Skurs first turn, and then brakes, and then to the first drop. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to assume that's a block section here, because otherwise I don't see the point for a friction brake. But at that point, I don't know if it would be, and it would be worth it to put a friction brake there, considering that the end of the lift hill is a block section. So if you would like to slow down the tray to a stop, you would rather just put the block section at the end of the lift. But that's just nitpicking again. It's very silly of me. Okay, first drop, nice. Cool, and into the banana roll. It's a very Smiler-like thing with the two trenches, like that. Okay. Into the hang time roll. It's a very hang time focused ride. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's not a bad element. It's just insane. Like it's a huge amount of hang time. You're just... Okay. Back row POV. Fine. Cool. It's a very smooth ride. Very smooth ride into the banana roll. Bam. Bam. That's a really good banana roll. Like a tremendously good banana roll, in fact. I really like that. Okay. Bam. It kind of loses pace here a small bit, but also it builds up into the slow roll, so I'll give that a pass. I think this might be my least favorite part of the ride. This airtime hill could definitely give it a bit of a stronger pop of airtime here. Dogbird, you're saying everything's spread out. Fair enough. With the Outer Banks, I understand. Like you're giving floater airtime, a bit of sideways motion. But then if you're giving a straight airtime hill like this one, I think it could have definitely been a little bit sharper. Like you could definitely give it a bit more airtime. Like you're just getting here negative 0.5 sustained. Maybe that's negative 0.3. Sorry, you're not reaching negative 0.5. You could definitely sharpen that airtime hill a little bit, give it a bit more air. Like say reach a sharper, less sustained, but stronger negative 0.1 moment would be really good there. Just to finish the ride before that hang time roll. Because the hang time roll, I mean, the hang time stall, I get it. It reminds me of Palindrome with the really extended stall, I suppose. But it's definitely that airtime hill. If something bugs me about it, it's definitely really weak compared to the rest of the ride, I think. I would also maybe... Another nitpick here. I would have added more supports around that hang time stall, maybe. Those look really thin. It looks like it's sitting on twigs. So maybe add a few more supports around that hang time stall. Other than that, I like this ride. To enhance the compact factor, you could have maybe shortened the stall a little bit to not exaggerate the hang time and maybe made the brake run closer to this hole here on the left. You would have had a little bit of space to the right, just to completely maximize how compact the ride can be. Okay, I meant the profiling asterisks. The profiling looks really similar. It's like a really flat 0G style. Okay. I'll put that on the list. Next, roller coaster. This guy's called Violet Pulsar. Who's pinging me on the contest discussion? Friction. God damn it. Okay, fair enough. Sorry about the friction break comment earlier. I forgot about that on the Prater roller coaster. Where do I put this? Okay, just one more entry to go. This one is called Azura by Volnicura. Okay, I think people are texting in the Discord. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, Flip, thank you for your input. How dare they consider people season not let them experience negative 2.66 Gs. Okay, Azura. It's a third Infinity or fourth, I don't remember. Infinity coaster on the contest. This one has a very similar color scheme to the first one submitted by Asterisks. It's a bit of a lighter, more pastel scheme in this case. And the overall structure of the rides look really similar. Both have the same lift hill structure. They have the same blueprint, more or less. Their size is pretty similar, but their layouts look completely different. So we'll have a look and see how this ride stacks up. Okay, this is a 4-car Infinity coaster, so that's definitely why the top is so wide, which I like that. It's just taken into consideration. Well done. Okay. I re-uploaded. Oh yes, you're right. Okay, I'll do the re-upload video. Sorry about that. I was using Dave's list. Okay. Hold on, this is doing a weird thing. There we go. New one has better resolution. I don't really see it, but fair enough. Oh, and this one's at nighttime. Well, sunset time, whatever. Okay, I see a couple of ejector moments, just looking at it firsthand. Not too bad. We'll see. I want to see, actually, the landscape looks really good. Let me see. Okay, can I ask you, how did you get the Google Earth textures on the ground? Because I've always wanted to do something like that. I've always been very curious about how to do it. Because that's really cool. You can sort of predict where this could go. Okay, it goes bam. The first drop, and then hang time. Im Moment very Gersauer like. Not a moment dive loop. Okay, wow. The death roll sort of situation. Very nice. Ejector hill. Turn to the higher res. Okay. Okay. Bam. Ooh. Okay, let me investigate that wiggle there. It's fine. It's okay. Very smooth ride. Nice pop of ejector. Or to a roll. I was expecting a cut back there. It was just a roll, and then another roll, and it goes bam. Bam. That's really nice, really neat. You really maximized the maximum height. You took the rules very much to heart. Minimum vertical G-force, maximum vertical. Okay, very nice. Okay, thank you for your input, guys, for the Google Earth thing, because I've always wanted to do something like that, especially for recreations and things like that. It's really cool. I'm gonna look over this again to see what I can find, if there's anything that should be changed, because this ride is really good. I think it's a very solid experience. It's a very realistic to Gerstauer. It's very compact, very close in. The forces are good. The whip is good everywhere. The pacing is really nice. The right length is good. It's all put together in the same place. Really neat. It's well presented with the lighting package and all that. I really like this ride. It's a very solid ride experience. I would totally buy this if I was a small park. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing much else to say. This is really good. This is really, really, really nice. Smell a few pops of ejector to here towards the end. That's super good. That's very solid right there. And that's the last one of the entries on the contest. Okay. Okay, so we'll call out the results in a minute. Breaking stat too short. Yeah, I was gonna mention that as well. I think you might have been able to extend the brake run a little bit. Small bit, maybe. Hee 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 ha. What are people saying in the chat? Dear God. Okay. I'm gonna call out the answers. The answers, the results. I'm not gonna put them up on the screen. I'm just gonna dictate them. So if you hear your name, that's you coming up in a certain position. Okay. Number 12 at the very bottom. Unfortunately, and I think it's pretty clear, it was Autumn Blast by GD Lorenzo DM, because this ride, I don't know, it was all over the place. Not really suited for the contest. I think a few things were not looked over enough, and the quality of the ride could be greatly improved. But it's not the worst thing in the world. I've seen way worse submissions in other contests. So you just need to keep practicing and keep looking over real rides and looking over examples of what I'm asking for. So keep going. The next one is Still Ray Dealer Firestarter and number 11. Again, it's not a horrible ride by any means, and this one definitely stuck to the compact thing a lot better than the previous entry. But again, a lot of things to improve on. It's a layout that's all over the place. It's not really realistic to any existing manufacturers. You could also specify that it's your own manufacturer's work. Like, let's say you can make up a manufacturer for sure, but even then, small things like the top of the lift hill, the boring transitions, and then the profiling, that takes time to improve. But look, don't worry about it. Next contest, we'll try again. Keep building, keep going. Then the number 10 submission is where we start to get good. Like, these rides are really good. Scaly Bower, Tempest. I hate to put this ride so low, but the contest was so good that everybody's rides just stacked up along the top. But Scaly Bower, I will say this was your best submission I've seen from you so far. I really liked your coaster. It's just, you could have definitely maximized the compact situation a lot better. and just very small things with your track profiling. Like you could have definitely smoothed out a few things. I highlighted them earlier if you want to look back at it. And I think you're making great progress, dude. Keep going. Well done. Number 9 is going to be Coaster Dave with Timber Speedway. And over here, it's a ride that didn't stand out a lot to me. I know it was made in Roblox. It's an extremely compact ride. But then, yeah, it's just good. It's solid. It's solid, but doesn't really stand out, if that makes sense. Just maybe with the curvature, watch out with those really strong moments of airtime and things like that. But I do really appreciate the effort that was put into it. The details are really good. It's built on Roblox, which is very commendable. So good job to you, Coaster Dave. Number 8 is going to be Osan with Violet Pulsar. This is where we're getting really good, because this ride is really good. Just maybe excluding the ending bit, that could be vastly improved with that airtime hill and maybe the space that could be saved towards the end. But it's a very solid ride. Like, it definitely sticks to the Mach Ride's striker style of ride, which is brilliant. And you did the job with putting everything together in the compact, confined space. So good job. You're number 8. Number 7, Project X Mayday. This one was the Eurofighter, wasn't it? Yeah. The Eurofighter here, it's just solid. Like, it's really good. It's definitely the ride that maximized the space the most. I think it's the smallest footprint apart from Dave's coaster, which is pretty much a family coaster. This one, it's just a few elements. Good first drop, good few elements, very spread out, things like that. Maybe you could have fit one or two things. Like, it feels almost too short, but other than that, it's a really good ride. Maybe the presentation should be a little bit better, but that's okay. It's okay. You get number 7 for this context, because everyone else's rides are so good that I just needed to stack them up in one way or another. But like this contest was really good, which is why the next ride is going to go at number 6, which is Invader by Emerald IV, or Emerald 4. He's not going to be happy about this, I don't think, but at the same time, I feel like there's a few things that could have been, I don't know, like the whole pace of the ride, just, I'm not sure what happened. It all feels really quick, really sudden, especially like even if it's a GCI, it feels almost too quick, or too something like too exaggerated, if in a way. It's not a bad ride by any means. Again, these rides are all really, really good. But I just had to put Emeralds at number 6 because I thought some others were a little bit better. I think maybe a little bit more work around the landscaping, but that's just nitpicking. I didn't put it at the bottom for this reason. However, the compact aspect was definitely achieved. So it's a pretty solid ride for a small park. So good job. Good job. Even if you got number 6, that's a really good job. The next one will be number 5, Panopticon by Dogbread. And yeah, Dogbread, this is the best coaster you've ever done, for sure. It's my favorite coaster you've done. In fact, I can tell you've poured in a lot of work. There's like for UC2, there's some really good track profiling, really good smoothing. Like the jolts are very minimal. Like I was running the ride on 0 smoothness, 0 look ahead, which means that your jolts were extremely minimal. Like you could barely notice them. Like, it's just one or two things. Like they were not huge. The layout is good. The theming around it is really good. Like the setting's very good. The attention to detail is really good. Maybe just a thing with the track compactness. Maybe you could have made it a little bit tighter. But that's the only thing. Like it's the ride looks huge from a blueprint kind of perspective. That's the only major nitpick. Because for UC2, that ride is tremendously good. So give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. Number 4 is going to be Titan by Kali. Okay. Titan, Kali. Yeah, that was one of the swing launch. Yeah, again, I don't have much else to say apart from what I've already said during the stream. These rides are really good. And this one, I think, was more compact than the others that are ahead of it, which is definitely more achieved for sure. Maybe just the layout could have been extended a little bit more. It's a really short ride. Like it's barely over 600 meters. But look, good job. Good job with it. I really like the details that you put into the track, into the trains, and everything like that. Very smooth ride. Very just everything I said in the stream. You already saw it. Good job. I like that a lot. Here we go into the top three again. You're gonna hate me for this. You're gonna love me for this. I don't know. This a lot of things to take into account when ranking these things. I'm even thinking of changing it last minute. I can't lie, because there's just so many things to take into account with the top three, because they're really good rides. Because I know if I'm gonna call something out, and you guys are gonna start bitching about and just complaining about things, no matter what the order is gonna be. Like Sammy Asterix is already complaining, saying that is a crazy ranking IMO. So let me think about it, because the top three is really, really good in this like tremendously good, like probably the best top three we've had in a while in this contest. It's very, very close, like genuinely super close, and it sucks because everybody's putting so much work into these rides. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like this, and this is down to the very extreme nitpicks here. The order of the rides. Number three is gonna be Intense Attack by Silver, and I hate to put it at number three because of the sheer amount of theming and landscaping this ride has. Like the theming is extremely good. It's a really well presented ride. Like it's definitely the most well presented ride in the contest. And the only reason I put it at the top three and not at the top two or one is because of how well the other two entries maximized the small blueprint requirement compared to this one. Like this ride had definitely more spread out elements. I understand the type of ride doesn't allow for much tighter elements, but I think even then you could have squished a few more things together. Other than that, I don't have any other complaints about the ride. It's a really, 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 really well done ride. Maybe a park with a slightly bigger allowance, like a slightly bigger footprint, would have considered something like that. But if it was a smaller family park, maybe not, especially with the amount of theming you got. But look, it's an excellent ride, absolutely excellent ride. The fact you made it top three doesn't mean you failed or anything like that. You still did an excellent job on this roller coaster. So keep going. I really like your attention to detail with all of your rides, because every time I get one of your rides in the contest, I get really happy because you're always delivering excellent rides. So keep going. Keep going. You're doing a great job. Number two, and drum roll, please. I'm not going to get a drum roll. It's okay. It's going to be Riptide by Asterisks. And I just have nothing bad to say about this ride. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a very smooth flowing Gerstau Eurofighter Infinity coaster with really packed elements, really aggressive elements, really graceful elements, a bit of variety everywhere, a lot of detail, and the blueprint is so small. Like you could fit that right at the back of your yard, like at the very, you can put it anywhere. It's a really small ride. And again, it's not too expensive. It doesn't overdo things either. Like it's not a standout coaster either, but it does the job of doing a really good experience for a small park. And the profiling is really good. The layout is really good. The pacing is very good. The presentation is really good. It's a gorgeous ride. Yeah, just a really solid job. Really, really good job. And I think everybody knows now. Number one submission was Azura Volnicora, and the only reason this ride is above Asterisk is purely due to presentation, because both rides are extremely good. Like they're really on par when it comes to realism, layout, compactness. Even their color schemes are similar. Like you guys have done a really good job simulating that I keep saying Eurofighter, that Infinity Coaster feel. I just think Volnicro had a slight edge with the presentation, with the light package and a few other things, but you guys should be very proud of yourselves. That was a really tight top two right there. I really, really liked everybody's rides. In fact, like the top 5, 6 was incredibly close. Genuinely, really, really close. So good job to everybody. I'm very surprised actually by you guys' reaction, but that was a super solid contest. I had a lot of fun looking at all these rides, ranking them up and down, and just seeing you guys still doing these contests, because I I don't have the time for these anymore. But I keep doing these because you guys keep asking me for them. So I'll try to get another one up soon, hopefully. And good job, everybody. Well done. You guys absolutely exceeded my expectations. I can't lie. I expected 1 or 2 slop rides, but I think everybody did a really good job. So well done, everybody. That's going to be the stream over now. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm sorry for the lack of videos. I've got a really big one on the way. I don't know when it's going to be out, but I'll be back soon. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.